When I first moved into my grandfather's old lake cabin, I expected the usual peace and quiet that came with being tucked away in nature. The lake was calm, the trees were whispering in the wind, and the dock out back was perfect for fishing at sunrise. But within days, I learned that peace was something the HOA wasn't interested in letting me keep. Karen, their president, knocked on my door with a clipboard in hand and a smile that was anything but friendly. "You're not authorized to stay here," she declared. "This cabin is under the jurisdiction of our HOA, and you're in violation. You'll need to vacate immediately." I blinked, stunned. "This is my property. I inherited it legally from my grandfather. What do you mean I'm not authorized?" Karen scoffed, waving her papers like they were holy writ. "The HOA controls the land around the lake. If you want to remain, you'll need to apply for approval, pay our annual dues, and comply with our regulations. If you refuse, we'll have you evicted." Her arrogance might have scared someone else, but I had already done my homework. My grandfather had left me more than just the cabin. He had left me ownership of the surrounding lot, including the lake access and, most importantly, the only community boat dock the HOA members relied on. So instead of arguing, I let Karen leave with her smug grin and threats of lawyers. I waited a week until the HOA board sent me a formal notice of eviction, stamped with their letterhead, demanding I vacate the cabin within 30 days or face serious consequences. That's when I called for a meeting. I invited the HOA board to the cabin, and as they sat stiffly around the dock, I laid out my deed and property maps. "This cabin," I began, "is not under your control. In fact, not only does the HOA not own this land, but the dock your entire neighborhood relies on? That belongs to me too. Every boat you all use, every fishing trip you take, it's on my property." The silence was delicious. Karen's face went pale, and a few board members shifted nervously in their seats. I leaned forward. "So here's how this is going to work. I'll continue living here without your harassment, and you'll stop pretending you have authority over me. Otherwise, I'll be forced to restrict access to this dock." They left without another word, and from that day forward, my mailbox stayed empty of threat. The lake was peaceful again, except now, when I sat on the dock, I did so with the quiet satisfaction of knowing I held the power Karen thought was hers.